America is sinking. It's due to a geological change. The entire North American continent is dripping under the Midwest US.
For decades, the American Midwest has stirred images of amber fields and picturesque towns stretched beneath wide, endless skies. It's a region marked by gentle rivers and formidable lakes, where barns stand stoic against storms and ancient woodlands whisper of deeper histories. Yet beneath this calm, 2025 has revealed a world few ever imagined, groundbreaking discoveries. From the shadowy depths of Lake Michigan to the silent movements far below Missouri, are redefining our understanding of geology, archaeology, and the forces shaping life itself. What if the heart of America hides vast secrets, structures lost for millennia, seismic threats lurking in the crust, and evidence of histories that challenge our deepest scientific convictions? From ancient civilizations sleeping beneath cornfields to scientific anomalies rewriting the stories of rivers and volcanoes, these are the astonishing truths shaking the Midwest. What invisible forces dwell beneath the surface, waiting to reveal their stories? Faults awakened. Missouri's rising geologic tension. Missouri, often called the Show Me State, has quietly shifted to the epicenter of North America's most riveting geological debate. Once considered stable, Missouri is now at the heart of extraordinary underground unrest. In early 2025, seismologists detected a dramatic increase in microseismic activity, the sort of tremors that slip beneath conscious notice but speak volumes to those who know how to listen. Why Missouri? Popular memory recalls the New Madrid seismic zone, the site of the catastrophic 1811 to 1812 earthquakes that reportedly made the Mississippi flow backward. But in 2025, seismologists identified waves of tremors beyond the New Madrid region. Ultra-sensitive arrays picked up deep rumbling signatures, subtle earthquakes, hinting at shifting structures underfoot. Additionally, new data reveal ancient fault lines previously hidden under layers of sediment, revived by accumulating deep pressures. Could Missouri's calm mask a time bomb ticking beneath American soil? Many seismologists warn that these faint tremors may signal a renewed period of geophysical awakening, fueling curiosity and concern about what lies below the Midwest. Lake Michigan's hidden abyss, the crater's mystery. Lake Michigan's placid blue surface has concealed one of 2025's most confounding discoveries, a field of approximately 40 enormous craters scattered along the lake's bottom. When sonar imaging teams mapped the depths, they expected predictable sediment. Instead, they found vast, circular depressions, some wider than city blocks, dotting the lakebed. Are these craters remnants of ancient meteor strikes, or were they shaped by explosive releases of gases from deep below? Some are so deep and symmetrical that the energy required to create them dwarfs known regional events. Samples from the crater edges have revealed disturbed sediment layers and unusual mineral deposits not typically associated with slow, natural erosion. Do these craters signal past cataclysms, or could they reveal instability below the placid surface of the Great Lakes? The enigma of Lake Michigan's gigantic scars demands more exploration and serves as a reminder that the depths of even familiar lakes still guard enormous secrets. Earth's drip chambers, mysterious crustal movements. Beneath the rolling plains of the Midwest, researchers have identified a phenomenon termed crustal drips. Using seismic tomography, scientists have visualized blobs of dense material detaching from the Earth's crust and sinking into the mantle. These movements are distinct from traditional plate tectonics or sediment slumps. The implication? The Earth's surface beneath the Midwest may be far less stable than assumed. The scale and frequency of these crustal events suggest ongoing processes shaking the region's supposed stillness. Some of these deep Earth movements appear to correlate with regions of heightened seismicity, hinting at a connection between activities far below and the tremors felt on the surface. Could these crustal drips explain earthquakes that seem to appear without warning or vanish just as suddenly? Scientists are just beginning to grapple with the scale and the possible risks embedded within these deep Earth mysteries. Ancient rift zones, the ghosts of a torn continent. Beneath much of America's heartland, researchers in 2025 confirmed evidence of ancient rift zones, gigantic scars left by failed attempts of the continent to split apart hundreds of millions of years ago. These rifts, now buried and invisible at the surface, are among North America's oldest geological features. Why do these matter now? Seismic studies have detected echoes of rift boundaries stretching for hundreds of miles, places where the ancient Earth thinned and magma once welled up. Though these rifts failed to create an ocean, they left behind weakness and complexity in the crust. Today's measurements hint that buried rift faults can still provide pathways for heat and fluids, potentially affecting geothermal resources and mineral deposits. Could these ancient splits also hold clues to future earthquakes or even the emergence of new landforms? As scientists continue mapping these ancient chasms, the possibility lingers that the deep past may one day shape the future. Underground structures, the Midwest's lost civilizations? In the heart of the country, archaeologists and geologists in 2025 stumbled upon a network of ancient underground structures, engineered forms buried deep beneath former prairie lands. Initial speculation ranged from natural caves to prehistoric animal dens, but further investigation unearthed unmistakable signs of human construction. Stone corridors, chambered rooms, geometric layouts. These structures suggest that people, possibly a culture predating known indigenous groups, once thrived here. Carbon dating of surrounding materials has yielded ages pushing against the established limits of human presence in the Midwest. Were these structures shelters from environmental events, ritual spaces, or remnants of a forgotten culture that disappeared under mysterious circumstances? While answers are still elusive, each discovery challenges accepted timelines of North American habitation and offers a glimpse of stories still hidden below the surface. Seismic anomalies, unexplained Midwest tremors. The Midwest has not traditionally been earthquake country, yet in 2025, a cluster of mysterious seismic events left experts baffled. Some tremors appeared without obvious epicenters, defying geological models. Others moved in unexpected patterns, transmitting energy far across the region. Residents in Illinois, Nebraska, and Iowa reported vibrations strong enough to rattle windows, sometimes without a clear source. Seismic stations traced energy not just to surface faults, but to deep anomalies in the Earth's crust. This has led to a push for more sensitive instrumentation and a re-evaluation of the region's seismic risks. Could hidden reservoirs of underground fluids or magma be quietly pressurizing fault zones? Or are these signs of larger, interconnected geological processes at play? Despite advances, much about these seismic anomalies remains a mystery. Rivers reimagined, ancient waterways resurface. Midwestern rivers, winding through mud, fields, and forests, have more stories than once believed. Using satellite imaging and sediment analysis, hydrologists in 2025 uncovered traces of vast, ancient rivers buried beneath today's landscape. Some of these phantom waterways, now far below ground, are evidence of prehistoric floods and past climates. These long-lost rivers, lakes, and drainage patterns reveal that lakes, even larger than today's Great Lakes, once surged and receded across the Midwest, leaving channels and sedimentary evidence. Deep sediment cores have revealed ancient pollen and even fossilized remains of extinct animals, painting a portrait of a dramatically different past. Could lost rivers have shaped migration routes, acted as natural barriers, or triggered immense floods that altered civilizations? The Midwest's waterways, so tranquil now, may have been far more tumultuous in deep time. Lake Michigan's hidden abyss, the crater's mystery. 2025 saw Lake Michigan's mysteries deepened by the revelation of nearly 40 massive craters at its bottom, their origins and characteristics continuing to puzzle researchers. High-resolution sonar first suggested the depressions might be accidental formation, but patterns in their arrangement and their sheer size proved too deliberate to ignore. Many craters are lined with minerals atypical for the lake, and some display rapid sediment accumulation, indicating violent origins. While some scientists consider meteor impacts a possibility, there is still no consensus. Sediment samples further complicate the picture, revealing traces of metals and disrupted biological records. As hypotheses clash, Lake Michigan's enigmatic craters remind us that major discoveries can lurk in plain sight beneath familiar surfaces. Animals on the move, the Midwest's changing wildlife. While geological changes often draw headlines, biologists in 2025 have documented significant shifts in the region's wildlife. Climate change, altered water systems, and shifting habitats are resulting in dramatic changes to species distribution. Survey teams have observed certain amphibians and grassland birds vanishing from their traditional habitats, with heat-tolerant or flood-adapted species quickly expanding in their place. Large predators and rare insects have turned up in surprising places, sometimes in territories outlined by ancient riverbeds and fault lines. What interactions might develop as species arrange themselves anew? Could these changes spark a local evolutionary boom or signal larger ecosystemic changes yet to unfold? The answer is a vivid portrait of nature in flux. Botanical wonders, rare plants in ancient soils. Deep core samples from the Midwest's 2025 Geological Survey brought to light dormant plant remains preserved in ancient floodplain sediments. Some discovered seeds and pollen belong to species unrepresented in the modern region or anywhere else on the continent. Remnants of lost tallgrass varieties, extinct forest trees, and unusual hybrids tell stories of lost climates and past ecological experiment. Their preservation within ancient soils reconstructs a Midwest that was once more varied and exotic than the version we know. Could these finds pave the way for new conservation efforts, restoration of ancient prairies, or even experimental de-extinction? Every ancient seed and fossil hints at the Midwest's enduring capacity for renewal and surprise. Seismic shadows, lurking magma beneath the plains. In 2025, geophysicists equipped with next-generation seismic imaging identified zones of low seismic velocity beneath key areas of the Midwest, suggesting heat or movement deep in the earth. These seismic shadows may indicate ancient magmatic bodies still present under the plain. Experts debate whether these are remnants of extinct volcanic systems or dormant features with potential for reactivation. While the threat of volcanic eruptions is considered low, the findings have prompted a new look at hazard preparedness, urging planners to be alert to the deep geological stories written below the surface. Planting anomalies, mysterious crop behavior. Midwestern agriculture thrives on predictability, but 2025 brought new mysteries to the fields. Crops began to germinate weeks ahead of schedule. Sudden growth spurts appeared in areas correlated with nearby geologic investigations, and unexplained mutations confounded agricultural scientists. Some believe subtle emissions, like carbon dioxide from previously dormant faults, may be influencing plant growth, triggered by changing conditions below ground. The most pronounced anomalies have clustered near seismic hotspots, raising the possibility that deep Earth activity can subtly affect crops above. Are plants actually picking up on hidden signals within the Earth? Deep Earth music, vibrational phenomena. Among the oddest discoveries in 2025, reports of low-frequency sounds described as deep, resonant earth songs captured by seismic arrays and occasionally by residents themselves. These tones coincide with geological boundaries, especially where crustal drips and ancient rift structures overlap. Some of these frequencies have been documented alongside shifts in seismic activity or subtle pressurization of deep earth gas masses. Are these natural earthquake signals, echoes of ancient seismic events, or simply unexplained phenomena? The underlying cause remains unclear, but researchers are paying new attention to nature's own soundtrack hiding just below our feet. Lost rivers of light, phosphorescent streams. 2025 also brought the discovery of rivers glowing softly in the darkness, an eerie phosphorescence winding through isolated valleys. Scientists ruled out pollution and artificial sources, identifying the glow as the work of rare microorganisms suddenly thriving in waters altered by deep earth mineral shifts. Could dormant geological forces be changing water chemistry fast enough to spark biological transformation? The glowing streams attract insects and wildlife, suggesting the birth of new food webs, or at least nature's continuing ability to adapt in unexpected ways. Archaeological time capsules, buried tools, and human artifacts. Archaeological surveys over newly mapped underground structures yielded astonishing finds, caches of ancient stone tools, ceremonial objects, and pottery sealed beneath layers of flood-deposited silt. Some artifacts predate established settlement periods, hinting at lost cultures with unexpected technological or artistic connections. Do these objects suggest communities driven underground or societies displaced by flood, climate, or seismic disruption? Each new artifact is a puzzle piece, challenging researchers and historians to reconsider timelines, migratory patterns, and cultural contacts in pre-Columbian North America. Megaquakes, revisited, the threat beneath the Mississippi Valley. Seismologists examining ancient sediment cores near the Mississippi River detected stacked layers of material, strikingly similar to those deposited by massive earthquakes. These earthquake tales correspond not only to the infamous New Madrid quakes, but to even older, sometimes larger, seismic events. If the forces behind such devastation are stirring again beneath the valley, what could this mean for millions above? These findings have sparked extensive debate about long-term infrastructure resilience and the importance of geological vigilance in safeguarding the region's future. Hydrothermal anomalies, boiling springs, and gas vents. Deep Earth exploration in 2025 documented the abrupt appearance of hydrothermal springs and bubbling gas vents along several active faults. Some of these springs are unusually hot or contain distinct mineral signatures, indicating new geothermal sources at play. These new features imply intense subterranean activity, possibly linked to zones where crustal drips and ancient rifts converge. The unique chemistry of the water, including rare minerals and trace gases, attracts both scientific curiosity and concern for changes impacting locally adapted plants and animals. Rivers, rerouted, modern waterways, reshaping. Surveyors in 2025 charted perceptible changes in river courses in response to new geological movements. Bends became sharper, old oxbows filled, and new islands appeared in places unrecorded just years before. As faults slip, or as deep geothermal energy changes local landscapes, surface waters are often the first visible sign of these adaptations. These shifts remind us of the intimate relationship between geology and hydrology and prompt questions about how agriculture, development, and wild habitats may be affected as river paths shift with the earth itself. The unfinished story, the Heartland's living mystery. In 2025, the American Midwest, once dismissed as a land of calm monotony, stands revealed as a vast natural laboratory, with breathtaking secrets emerging in quick succession. Ancient structures challenge accepted histories, Seismic shadows and crustal drips hint at hidden powers. Rivers carve new paths as unfamiliar life forms appear. What can science promise as it digs ever deeper into the earth, water, and living fabric of the Midwest? Will these discoveries inspire awe, caution, or a renewed drive for understanding? Every new clue uncovers deeper mysteries, forgotten civilizations, unfamiliar animals, catastrophic events that defy our expectations. With each answer, the questions multiply. What hidden wonders or dangers might future investigations uncover beneath these fields and forests? Is the land itself alive with messages meant to inspire both wonder and vigilance? The only certainty is that the Midwest, in all its complexity, will remain a source of fascination and discovery for years to come. Which revelation most changes what you thought you knew about America's heartland? What mysteries do you believe still wait, silent and unsolved, beneath the surface? Share your thoughts below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next journey of discovery, one that might just change the way you see the entire world. Stay curious, stay alert, and remember, some secrets are never truly buried.